Welcome back to Tarot and Beyond. Today we're doing a summer loving reading. So basically the concept of this reading is what love or new romance opportunities are coming to you this summer. This is technically a timeless reading, so this will apply to any summer that is upcoming or occurring at the time that you're watching the reading. And we have the 3 images here for you to choose from. Image number 1 is the first heart, image number 2 is the pink popsicle, and image number 3 is the second pink and gold heart. And each one of these images corresponds to a pile that you see here as well. So we've got pile number 1, pile number 2, and pile number 3. So go ahead and choose the image or the pile that resonates with you and use the timestamps linked in the description box or pinned in the comments below to jump ahead to your chosen reading or readings. If you do feel called to more than one, feel free to watch multiple readings to receive the messages that are meant for you at this time. So I hope you enjoy the readings and we'll see you there. All right, hi group number 1. If you chose the first pink heart and this pile, welcome to your summer love and reading. So let's take a look at what is coming up for you this summer in regard to love. So we're going to do the tarot cards after. Let's start with the oracle. You have heighten your vitality. Okay. You have gratitude and appreciation. Right away, they're drawing my attention to the rainbow around the moon, and especially with the heighten your vitality card, this is making me think of the rainbow body, which is like your chakra system. Increasing your vital force energy is going to be important here. Oh, she's holding a moon in her hand too. Look at that. I didn't even see that. Yeah, so something to do with the moon. That's the subconscious mind, the intuition. Yeah, it's like the energy body as well. Okay, let's keep looking at you. Whoa, wedding. This situation apparently involves marriage. Okay. I feel like this is the card that's crowning your reading. That's what I just heard. And then they're drawing my attention to the like flower crown, or what do you call that? Like the tiara on her head that holds up the veil. Ooh, and the subconscious mind is what's behind the veil. Wow, this is like way beyond just a romance reading already, group number 1. Cool. Okay. Release your ex. The time has come to clear your energy. This is going to be a big part to play in manifesting new love, or having better or healthier relationships going forward. It's going to heighten your vitality, I'm seeing here. And it's time to clear your energy. They're talking a lot about clearing your energy. So you might need to do some cord cutting from the heart chakra or the solar plexus chakra. You might need to rejuvenate or align your chakra system to get that vital force energy flowing, to release this past energy so that you can really set yourself up to be in a commitment here. Calling in your soulmate. Your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations help bring you together. Gratitude and appreciation, and then visualizations. You're like master manifesting level energy here, group number 1. So I get the sense that you are seriously doing some spiritual level energy work, cleansing, clearing, alignment to call in an ideal, aligned, divine soulmate, which you're going to get married to or have a long-standing committed relationship with. Let's look at your cards from this love tarot. Princess of Nuggets. It's like the Page of Pentacles. You have the Lover's card. You got to be kidding me. This is so crazy. And then you have the Star as well, the moon and the stars, and they're immediately drawing my focus to that cornucopia that they're holding up together. It's like this abundance, and the cornucopia always speaks to me of like spiritual abundance. So that's kind of what I'm seeing there. All right. There we go. I just wanted to adjust your cards as usual. So group number 1, this is a super, super positive reading. It looks like this summer is going to bring in a lot of healing for you. Like you're doing some serious energy healing, and that's going to manifest this ideal soulmate relationship that's going to go the distance. They're showing me the hill behind, and what is on that hill? Hold on, let me look at this. I can't really tell what that is at the top, but it's like there's something up on the top of this precipice. Yeah. Feels like it's something you're moving toward. It feels like this coupling is the word I just heard. Coupling is very, very ascended or very high level relationship. So it's not just like a romance. It's like a spiritual union. So this isn't just like, okay, I'm going to date someone and whatever. It's like, no. You are calling in your ideal divine partner, and you are meant to be together at soul level for a very high level reason. It's like ascended level connection or union. And that's why it's so important for you to work on your energy body and to heal your chakra system. They just keep showing me all the rainbows and the energy. Like you need to do some Reiki, or you need to do some energy healing or some quantum healing or something like that. Just meditate on it. You can do this healing or cleansing through they're calling me to mention this actually. It's so funny because I had a thought in my mind earlier today that I was going to show this in a reading, and I didn't realize, and then I totally forgot about it, and then now here we are and I'm showing it. And that's just because I'm psychic, and I tend to have a lot of like prescience when it comes to foresight and things like that in my own life. But yeah, this is the Clear Vibrations Energy Spray by Vibe Tribe Notions, and this is made by my girl Savannah. She is a client and fellow practitioner, and she is absolutely amazing. She has an Etsy shop where she sells crystals and energy cleansing things, so you can check that out. I am not affiliated or sponsored in any way. She's a client and a friend, and a client who became a friend actually, and I just really love her and I want to support her. I love this spray. I use it before and after every time I have a client session. If I'm doing any energy work, I always use this, and sometimes I'll just spritz it on if I'm feeling it during the day. It smells amazing. It has like a rose scent, but it's also got Florida and holy water, so it's extremely cleansing, and Spirit is guiding me to tell you about that. It doesn't have to be that spray. If you don't feel like you resonate with that, that's totally fine, but they're just advising that you use some kind of a cleansing ritual or cleansing object or cleansing spray or smoke or salt bath or something like that to clear out your energy, and maybe do some kind of like a ceremony to release your ex, or just like bring your awareness to it and let it go energetically, because that's what's going to help to clear space for this ideal divine partnership and relationship to come in. It's very much connected to your healing, because that's what the star card's talking about as well. It's really about your ability to heal yourself, to be able to align with the frequency and have this offer come in. They're showing me now these two cards with this woman holding this well, here it's the moon, but here it's this nugget. It's this like gold coin that she's holding in her hand. So it's like you've got something in the palm of your hand, group number one, and all you need to do is kind of cash that in, is what they're saying. It's like you've got the token that's going to give you the reward. You just need to cash it in. So that cashing in is really about you doing this healing work, releasing what needs to be released, and then putting that intention is like the nugget, right? It's like putting that intention into the subconscious mind or into the universe or into, just the ethers to be able to draw this in, because you are a really powerful manifester, and that goes quadruple for when you're in alignment. So when you're clear, when you're energetically grounded and aligned, it's like that manifestation power is going to just be so off the charts that you can't help but call in this ideal divine partner who you're going to have a long-term, loyal, stable, committed relationship. So now let's get some clarifiers from another tarot deck, and then we'll do some other fun things. I'm thinking we're going to use the Fireside story dice. We'll probably get some stickers, maybe some letters to see if we can get some names, and then maybe the astro dice as well. So this is going to be a very in-depth reading. So let's take a look. I see this one. Feel that one as well. Group number one. Yeah, this one keeps coming back up, so I'll take it. Group number one. And that's it. Okay. So let's take a look here. You have the Queen of Swords. Yes, you need to get very clear on why you're doing what you're doing and what you need to let go of. It's like I see her sword being about cutting things out as well, and they're very much drawing my attention to the butterfly on her head, which is transformation. I love this for you. You've got the Wheel of Fortune. Wheel of Fortune. It's like you're going to be taking luck into your own hands, is what I just heard. And you're going to hit the jackpot. You've got this is the Rainbow Tarot kind of covered image, but I left it in the deck because, and I always forget that this is what it is, but the Rainbow Tarot, I think the reason why this card wanted to come out in your reading is because that was like the first thing that I noticed when we started laying out the cards was like this rainbow energy connected to the rainbow body, which is the chakra system. That's why it's like the frequency spectrums of our energy correspond to the colors of the rainbow. So you have the Five of Swords as well. This, I feel like it's connected to the X energy. This is like the past conflict and disagreements and ego battles and one-upsmanship. I just heard one-upsmanship. So if you had an ex who always tried to one-up you, or like you were not with each other in the argument, you know what I mean? It was like you versus them or them versus you. It wasn't like us against the problem kind of energy. That's what's needing to be cleared out and healed and released from your field, because that may be hanging around or lingering, and that's not in alignment at all with this new divine partner who's coming in or who you are calling in at this time. You have the Three of Cups. So I do see that this summer is calling you to kind of get out and socialize and go do some things, and maybe even towards the end of summer, because they're showing me the like pumpkins and the apples, which is all about like harvest season. So September, October could be when you meet this person. They're drawing my attention to the butterfly tattoo on her leg, and the butterfly did come up in the Queen of Swords, and then you had the Wheel of Fortune. So all of these signs are about transformation. These are symbols of just change. Like there's going to be some changes happening over the course of the summer, which may culminate in harvest season for you. And being social and going out may help you to meet this person. It's like I see, because I put it right on the star. And again, it's like the cornucopia. It's like the harvest, the abundance that's coming in could be around that time, or it could be at some point before that. But the star and the Three of Cups is also making me think of you being like the star in your group of friends, or going out and just drawing attention. So that may be where you connect with this person or like meet this person, because you're drawing attention basically. And you have the Two of Pentacles. Again, they're drawing my attention to the rainbow. And look at usually when we see a rainbow, we see like white clouds on either side. But here they've got these like black clouds, and they're looking a bit kind of like a bit iffy. So I just get the sense that this is the old energy that you're needing to balance out, because if you've got some of this, like when I do energy reading, because I'm a psychic energy healer and medium, and when I do energy readings on people's energy systems, what I see, if there's like negative energy or lower vibrational or dense energy or old stuck patterns, it usually shows up as like black smoke or dark sort of cloudy material in the energy field. And if it's been there a really long time, it starts to get even denser, and it can show up like rocks or bricks or mud or sludge, depending on like the density of it. And it's always possible to be cleared out. Like it's never, a problem. But I get the sense that this is connected to your ex, and that's why they're saying doing some energy healing and cutting these cords, because they're showing me the cords going between these two pentacles here. I did do a cord cutting. It was like cutting karmic ties, I think was the name of the video. I'll put it up here on the screen so you can see the cover image. If you feel like you resonate with that, I would go check that out if you haven't watched it already, because there is an actual cord cutting ritual that I included in that video to help you to release. So that could be a part of this as well. And since I am a professional energy healer and I'm an activator at soul level, just watching and interacting with my videos is very healing. So just know that if you consent to receive this energy that I'm sending to you through the videos and through my voice, because my primary energy is divine communication. So I do a lot of healing work through the sound of my voice. Yeah, just receive that because it's going to help you to shift this pattern as well. Yeah, we'll move that out. Okay. And the Five of Cups, grief from old pain and old relationships connected with past partners who did not respect you and did not love you in the way that you truly deserved, group number one. Okay. So let's get some fun things now. Let's uplift the mood. So let me just try to see if I can put this down here. Okay, so we're going to start with the Fireside Story dice, then we'll get stickers, letters, and then the Astro dice. Okay, so If you haven't seen me use these, before, they're essentially just like little picture blocks, and they help to kind of spur my intuition and my connection to channel information. So for group number 1, what is this summer holding for them in regard to this ideal romantic relationship and soulmate connection? Okay, the first thing that I saw is this plane block sitting right on top of the scissors. So I feel like the plane is to do with travel. The plane is to do with expansion, as well as what I just heard, expansion. It's like you're broadening your horizons, and it did come out on the scissors. So again, this is confirmation to go watch that karmic cord cutting video, because that's going to help you to release this X. And it's going to set you up to be able to connect to your new partner who's coming in, because you're no longer inhibited. You're no longer attached and energetically not a match to this new thing that you're trying to call in, and it's going to free you, because the scissors is like you're cutting it, you're freeing yourself from this attachment, and you're able to go and explore the world. The footsteps here makes me think of like you're walking away. It's giving me like 8 of Cups energy. So you're walking away from these old relationship patterns. You're walking away from this old pain, which we saw with the 5 of Cups. You're healing with the Star card. You're healing from these old pains. The cactus kind of speaks to me of like prickles or things that hurt or stabbed you. It's very like 3 of Swords energy. So you're walking away from that old drama. And that's right as I said the word drama, my eyes fell on the popcorn. And that's what I think of. Like, you go to watch a drama movie and it's just like, yeah, you don't want, like, maybe at one time that was entertaining to you at soul level. It's not anymore. It's like you got what you needed out of those dramatic relationships, and it no longer serves you. And that's why you're walking away from them. Yeah. It's like, it was entertaining at some point, on some level. Even if your human self hated it, it's like your soul on some level was like, yeah, we need this for catalyst for growth, or we need to understand this. But now you're like, yeah, no, I've been through the ringer. I'm done. I don't want any more of that. And so I'm very wary. I'm seeing you being like very wary, very hesitant to engage with anything even remotely presenting as a red flag. Like, if it's an orange flag, you're like, no. If it's a yellow flag, you're like, no. It's like, it has to be a green flag or above. I'm seeing like blue and purple flags and gold flags. I've never even thought of all of these things. That's so random. They're drawing my attention to the fingers here, like number 1. And it feels like, oh, you're like, no, not today. It's like, sorry, I don't even know what that's from, but I think it's like Family Guy or something. Yeah, it's like something Watambo. Yeah, I do a lot of like pop culture references and stuff like that. I also have a pop culture pick a card series, which you'll be seeing more of, but yeah, it's like Matam something. He's like a basketball player, and he's like, no, not today. So that's kind of what I'm seeing you doing. It's you're like denying all of these like advances or all of this old energy that's maybe still trying to come in. And the reason it's still trying to come in is because you need to release that. You need to clear it out of your energy field, so it's no longer in your blueprint. So you're no longer magnetizing those things to you. Okay. Now the pig here. This is making, I just heard chauvinistic pig in my head. So if you dated some people who were chauvinistic pigs, yeah, you're like, no more of that, please and thank you. Boundaries I see here is like really important for you. You're setting energetic boundaries, you're setting physical boundaries, verbal boundaries. Like, you're just not having any of this very snaky energy anymore. You're ready to release and let go of that, so you can alchemize and heal, because the snake here can be in the lower expression. The shadow aspect is like, somebody who's very manipulative or who's venomous, somebody who's going to hurt you. But in the higher expression, snake is about transmutation, transformation, shedding of the skin. It's very butterfly energy, and it's also to do with healing and sacred activation. They just showed me sacral chakra activation. So you may be doing some sacral chakra healing. Sacral chakra is connected to your sexuality. And I didn't even notice that we have all 3 last blocks here are orange, which is the color of the sacral chakra. This is a light orange as compared to the color of the sacral chakra when it's healthy, but I'm seeing you doing some sacral chakra healing and moving that energy through your system, because the sacral chakra is also a really great conduit for vital force energy. And if that's blocked up, it prevents us from expressing our creativity. It prevents us from manifesting. We don't experience as much joy and pleasure in life, and our sensory experiences get kind of dampened down or dulled. So I see you doing some sacral chakra healing to release. Oh, that may be where the cord is too. Yeah, the sacral chakra, especially if you were having, you were making love with this ex person. Yeah, there may be cords of attachment there. So that's something to be aware of. We got some sexual innuendos coming in hot and heavy with the wet symbol. The sexual innuendos came in really hard in the Pretty Woman reading. If you watched that one and you appreciated it, I'll just leave it there. I'm not going to go too much into that block here because that's not what this reading is meant to be about. We're not doing 18 plus today. But it's good luck. It's like healing your sacral chakra. I heard yoni as well. So I know that that's like a sacred word for the nether regions. So there's going to be some good luck and blessings that will come from doing some kind of sacred healing around your sacral chakra. Let's just put it that way. Okay. Now let's get some stickers. Okie dokie. So for group number 1, in regard to summer lovin' and this romantic relationship that's coming in, you have the diamond. So this is making me think of the rainbow body and crystallization of the chakras. So I'm going to tell you a story of something that's actually going on for me right now. I'm in the process of crystallizing all of my chakras right now. And I spontaneously crystallized my solar plexus chakra last night, actually. And before that, I did my heart. And so the crystallization, basically what this represents is you clearing and purifying all of the density from within that chakra. And then because it goes back to its pure base energy, and with intention, what you can do is actually crystallize that so that it's no longer as changeable or malleable, and it becomes way more protected, way more strong and resilient, and better able to refract the light and channel the energy of that particular center. So, and you can do that with all of your energy centers, and you can also align the entire system. So your whole body becomes crystallized. Your whole soul expression is now like a diamond frequency, which is super, super high vibrational and extremely resilient, so that people can't come in and attach anymore. They can't come in and disempower you. I'm being called to tell you this, and this happened specifically yesterday for you, group number 1, to understand this concept, because I'm getting like the spiritual tingles, which is always confirmation of divine truth. So you're meant to understand the concept of crystallizing your chakras through energy healing work. Releasing these karmic ties is going to help you do that. And you have more rainbows here. Yes, you might be an energy healer yourself, or you might be somebody who practices spiritual healing to some capacity. You are a super cool person, group number 1. And I feel like this person who you're drawing in is going to match that frequency, because they're showing me like a double rainbow in my mind's eye. And it's like extra beautiful. You know what I mean? Oh my God, it's like that meme of that video of that guy, and he's like, oh my God, it's a double rainbow, and he just gets so excited, and it went viral and everybody's making fun of him, but I'm just like, that's me. Like, that's exactly how I respond when I see anything remotely beautiful in nature. So like, good for him, and I feel like this is going to be you guys really in awe and just like, what is the word I'm looking for here? Spirit, can you help me out? I can't think of the word. I'm like running through like grandiose and like blasting off, and there's like all of these different terms coming to me, but it's not the one that I'm trying to think of. But anyway, it doesn't really matter. But the point is that it's like, it's going to be really like jaw-dropping and beautiful, and it's going to be like this natural phenomenon, and it's like sparks and fireworks and explosions, and like, when you meet this person, it's not going to be like, you're not going to be humming and hawing and wondering if this is somebody special to you. It's going to like knock you off your socks is what they're showing me. Because they're showing me like in a cartoon, like in Looney Tunes, when, somebody gets hit so hard that all that's left is like their socks. That's what... and it's like Porky Pig, it's making me think of Looney Tunes. I didn't even look down at that until right now. But yeah. So yeah, you're going to be like knocked off your socks by this new person who you're manifesting in. You have, oh yeah, so Spirit is definitely confirming that this is going to be huge for you. And this person is really they're going to get along with you and your energy. Like you won't have to hide that spiritual side of you, or you won't have to pretend that you're something you're not. It's like they're going to see every layer of you and they're going to appreciate it. That's what I'm getting there. And you have the go away glasses. And I love that they're sunglasses because we're doing a summer lovin' reading here. And so I just get the sense that you're going to be very, very clear on what you will not accept anymore. So having these go away glasses on is kind of like, your boundaries are going to be really firm, really solid, and you're no longer accepting anything less. Now, oh my God, this is kind of like the exclamation I'm hearing you say in your head when you see this person. It's like you see them for the first time in real life and you're just like, oh my God. Oh my God. And it just like hits you like, you know, like a wave of water and you're just like, holy crap, that was insane. Or you see like this double rainbow in the wild and, you know, like out in nature and you're just like, oh my God, that's so beautiful. It's breathtaking. That's the word that I was trying to find earlier. Thank you, Spirit. Breathtaking. It's absolutely breathtaking. And you're just like, oh my God, wow, I'm so lucky. I'm so blessed. And that's the gratitude energy, the reminding that we had there as well. So having that gratitude and being in that state of appreciation and setting boundaries around things that don't resonate is what's going to bring this in or call this love relationship into being. Okay, so now let's get some letters. So these are just a fun way to either find words or names or initials or whatever. And they're telling me to grab like a huge handful. So here we go. Okay. First word I'm seeing is 8. Eight makes me think of like either the number 8 or it could be about something that you ate. Something that you ate in the past could have been related to this negative energy from the ex. It's like you ate their energy kind of, and now you need to purge it out, or you need to like, yeah, you need to get rid of that. But it could have been that you go out to eat with this person, or you go out to eat and then you meet this person somewhere, you call them in. I'm also seeing the name Tate. So this could be somebody's first or last name. I'm seeing R-O, Roar. It could be like Rory, because there's a Y on the side of this and it made me think of Rory, like from Gilmore Girls. I'm seeing shoe, and they did give me the message of you being like blasted out of your shoes. You know what I mean? Like blasted out of your socks. Tat, this person might have tattoos or you might have tattoos. I'm seeing the word love as well. Show, you might be going to a show. I'm seeing the word shit. So you might be like, oh shit. Oh my God, shit. Like I was not expecting this. It's kind of like you were trying to call this in, but then when it happens, it still kind of surprises you for some reason. I'm seeing the word tar, and that's what I see when I do see like those dense energies or lower vibrational. I call it dross, but it does look like tar if it goes and densifies from that smoke layer or like state of frequency into like more of a denser form. It does look like sticky tar or mud. And that's the shit you need to get rid of, guys, and replace it with love. Love is the healing energy of the divine. So love is, when I do energy healing, I'm using love. It's divine love. I'm trained in Reiki. I'm a Reiki master, but it's mostly just divine love, right? So I'm seeing the word shirt. So this person might be wearing a particularly interesting shirt when you meet them, or you may be wearing a shirt that attracts their attention as well. And I'm seeing art. So it might have artwork on it that you guys bond over, or that you both strike a conversation about. You could be an artist. They could be an artist. I'm seeing the popcorn again. So you guys might be working in the film industry, or this person could be an actor, or you guys might appreciate arts and film and movie and things like that, like fiction. You could be just appreciative of art together, and that's something that you guys enjoy doing. I'm seeing the word to, like TOO, so in addition to, and I'm feeling like there's going to be more than you expect, because they're drawing my mind back to the cornucopia. So it's like an abundance, an overabundance. It's like And I also just heard, can I come too? So it's kind of like if you mention that you're going to be doing something to the person, they're like, oh, can I come too? And you're like, yeah, I guess this is a date, or whatever it is. Okay. I'm seeing the word Shire. That's so funny. I'm such a Lord of the Rings fan, and like The Hobbit, anything Tolkien and fantasy is like right up my alley. So the Shire here makes me think of like this beautiful little happy home. Like when I think of the Shire, it's like the idyllic, just peaceful village where everybody lives together and everybody's got like their beautiful little homes and they have their happy little suppers together and tea time, and they've, puddle around, what's the word? They putter around in the garden and they go down to the market, and it's just like it's domestic bliss. That's the word I'm looking for. Domestic bliss. And that's kind of what I'm seeing here for this relationship. It's like you're going to have domestic bliss. Oh my God, that's so funny. They're drawing my attention to toot. And then the art, they were like showing me an F on the front. So this person might be someone that you feel really comfortable with really quickly. So i.e. like you meet them and then immediately you're so comfortable around them. You just feel so safe with them that you can like fart in front of them. Spirit does not hold anything back. I tell you what. I'll tell you what. Okay. Oh, shoot. Yeah, you might meet this person on a shoot. I'm getting somebody who's like an actor here. Tire, you might, tire. I don't know. I don't know what tire means here. It could be like something about traveling, being in a car. Maybe you blow your tire and this person pulls over to help you. But the shoot here, back to that, it feels like somebody here is like in the film industry, or maybe this person is in the film industry. Maybe they're a producer or a director, or they're like a grip person or like an actor or something like that. Maybe you meet them on a shoot, or maybe you're an extra or something like that. And then you come into contact with them in some way. I don't know. Let's see. I'm seeing the word rite, like rite of passage. So it feels like, first of all, this is the right person. This person that you're calling in is way more aligned with this new upgraded, ascended version of you, this healed version of you. But this is also like there's a rite of passage that kind of goes into this. I'm also seeing shoot as in like shoot your shot. So like if you see this person, ask them out. Doesn't matter if you're a woman, like ask out the guy, or if you're a guy, ask out the girl. Like just shoot your shot, because they're going to blow you off your feet, but they're meant for you. Like they're not too good for you, that kind of thing. So like go for it. You are good enough. You are more than enough, because they're again directing me back to the cornucopia. Like you are way more than enough. You are good enough, more than good enough. Like you're amazing. Okay. Okay. I keep seeing the word vole here and I don't know what vole means. I think that's, well, actually, you know what? Let me look that up because I love Google. A vole is a small, typically burrowing, mouse-like rodent with a rounded muzzle found in both Eurasia and North America. I did not really know that. I think I did now that I see it, but yeah. So vole here, I don't know. Ooh, they're drawing my attention to the glasses here. And so, and this is reminding me of, there's, if I can find the image, I'll put it up on the screen. There's like this vole or like mole from, I think it was like The Secret of Nim, which was a movie that I liked as a kid. And yeah, this is making me think of, let me like look into the archetype of that character. One sec. I can't remember. I think I mixed up two different things, like the vole, the mole, and the mouse. But anyway, I for whatever reason, it drew me to The Secret of Nim. So, and that feels like a rite of passage type thing, or like a higher expanded consciousness, because the whole concept of that movie, which I'll probably have to do a pop culture, oh my God. I will probably have to do a pop culture pick a card reading on that now, because it's coming up in this one. But yeah, the whole concept of that reading, or Jesus, just slow down, Siobhan, get grounded. The whole concept of that movie is essentially that the the rats are experimented on, or the mice are experimented on, and then they get this like higher level consciousness, and so they be able to start thinking like humans, and they start building things and like building and creating technology and things like that. So it feels like a rite of passage to raise your consciousness, which is what we were seeing there with the energy body, the rainbow body, the energy healing, that kind of thing. And it's like once you get out of that old state of like limitation of consciousness, it's like you're able to see everything way more clearly, and you'll be able to like take care of yourself a lot better. Yeah, because the glasses was what I was relating to the mole here. So it's like things that were under the surface, or the vole, things that were under the surface, you're going to be able to see very clearly now. It's like you're coming up into the light. That's what I'm kind of taking from that. Okay. Let me see if there's anything else. Hoot right away. I saw hoot like an owl. So it's like wisdom. And there is the great owl as part of that movie. If you haven't seen The Secret of Nim, I definitely recommend watching it. It was a little intense for me as a kid, but I loved it nonetheless. Anyway, yeah, it's like an 80s or 90s movie. So hoot, it's like it feels like facing your fears too here. The great owl was like scary, but also like he did end up being helpful, but there was like a chance that if you approached him, he would eat you. So, yeah, I feel like it's a rite of passage. Like you have to be tested in this way. You kind of have to face your darkness or face this old energy and release this pain and like go up against it in that way to be able to crystallize and catalyze this growth and this new consciousness that you're stepping into. Yeah. Okay. So that's all I'm seeing from those. So now let's grab your astro dice and see, what they're guiding me to do. I think it's this one here. Yeah, we're going to first, before we do all of them at once, we're going to take a look at the zodiac signs just to see if we can get information about this potential soulmate's possible zodiac sign or energetic signature. So we have Cancer. So they're probably going to be very loving, very nurturing, very like hard exterior, but soft interior. They're probably going to be very artistic. Water signs usually tend to be very emotional. They might love like dramas, but not in like the dramatic sense of their life, but more so in like the artistic sense that we had there. So you're going to be able to recognize them by their big heart is what I just heard. Like they have a really big heart. They're very compassionate, very loving, very nurturing. So that's something to look out for. Okay, now let's roll them all together and see the additional info. So for group number 1, you have Jupiter in Gemini in the 3rd house. Okay. Sorry, that's not Jupiter. I don't know why I saw Jupiter there, but it's Saturn. Saturn is like the tough lessons. It is the rite of passage. It is the tough teacher. It's like very strict energy, and you have to do it the right way to make sure that you're ready for it. And it's all about boundaries as well. It's all about like making sure that you're healing the past and dealing with this karma. It's like you've got to do it by the book. Gemini is a very dualistic energy or sign. It's all about communication, expression. It's also very artistic. A lot of Gemini people are either rappers, writers, comedians. They're in like the film industry. There might be actors. So the Gemini could be part of this as well, or that could be one of your energies. Cancer could be your energy as well. And then the 3rd house is communication. It's also short distance travel, and we did see tire there too. So it could be that you meet this person on a short distance trip in your car, either like in the process of that trip or on the other end of it. Maybe you're going out for dinner because we did see 8, or maybe you're going to that shoot or to a movie or something like that. And and it ends up being like a long-term commitment, because that's also what Saturn represents. And that's why we had wedding here too. So this is like a contract that will be signed, because Saturn does rule over contracts. And that speaks to me of marriage. And it could also be a soul level contract, like a higher level soul level contract, not an attachment, not a karmic pattern, but like a soul level contract to come together in this life once you reach this ascended level frequency of consciousness. And it's going to be through communication. So be open to exchanging texts, emails, getting to know each other through verbal communication, talking on the phone, having a conversation. So have shoot your shot, reach out, say something. Say something, do something. That's kind of what I'm seeing there. All right, so group number 1, that is what I see for you in regard to potential love and this ideal soulmate relationship that you are attracting over the course of the summer. So take timing with a grain of salt, but I do see you doing this healing work, and it will depend on that. So if you're diligent with that, if you commit to your healing and you do this energy clearing and release and catalyze and crystallize your energy centers, it's going to bring in this person much faster. In the longer sense, it may be into like the fall or winter or something like that. But again, take it all with a grain of salt, because timing is always kind of up in the air based on our personal free will and choices. But that's what I see here for you, group number 1. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you do need an energy healing session, like I said, I am a professional Reiki master, energy healer, psychic medium, Akashic clearer, and I do karmic clearing as well. So you can reach out to me. I'm still currently accepting clients for the time being, so get in while you can. The link to my website is in the description box below. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you in the next reading. Bye. All right, hi group number 2. If you chose the popsicle or this pile, welcome to your summer lovin' reading. So this is going to be about the romance that's coming to you over the summer months, or how to catalyze or alchemize a potential soulmate, romantic relationship, love partner. So we're going to start with the oracle, then we'll get tarot. We're also going to get clarifiers from another tarot deck, and then we're going to do even more fun stuff. So this is going to be a very detailed, very in-depth reading. We're going to do the fireside story dice, stickers, blocks, letters, and the astro dice. So settle in, get comfy, grab yourself a drink and some food, and let's get going. So we have be gentle with yourself. Okay. You have be spontaneous. All right. Chemistry, there's a strong magnetic attraction here. Strong magnetic attraction here. Free yourself. It's time to take back control of your life. And you have passion. Allow your heart and soul to sing with joy. Okay, so passion, spontaneity, chemistry, freeing yourself. It's interesting because being gentle is kind of the only energy here that's like a little bit more soft. The rest of it is very strong, powerful, almost forceful is what I'm picking up on, but in the best possible way. Now let's take a look at your tarot cards as well from the Love Tarot. So you have the 5 of Rods, which is like the 5 of Wands. You have the 6 of Rods, 6 of Wands. I like when you have, or when we see succession here. And you have the 10 of Blossoms, which is the 10 of Cups. This is like the ultimate fulfillment and domestic bliss. And that word and that phrase came up in group number 1 as well. Interesting. Okay, so as I was adjusting your cards and looking down through the camera to get the view, I saw the number 222 on the recording time. Now that's going to be different for you because it's all edited together. But 222 is about... I'm seeing the word chemistry, and they're telling me 222 is about chemistry in this case. But 222 can also be about balance, manifestation, steps forward, alignment, and getting into partnership, because 2s are about like 1 and 1 coming together. So I feel like there's going to be a lot of success here. The 6 of Rods is about success, and it's, oh, look at that. Even in this card, it's like these 2 paths merging together. That's like the 222 energy. You might be seeing that a lot right before you meet this person, or you might be seeing that a lot right now as an indicator of your alignment and this energy or these paths merging together. I didn't even see this right here. My microphone kind of blocks this part of the reading, so I kind of have to move around it to see. But yeah, there's these paths coming together here, you and this person uniting. Very, very similar cards and energy from these. And that's going to bring this bliss. It's like full on emotional, like I'm just seeing you sinking into like the most comfortable waterbed I've ever seen. And this is like an energy of water coming from the 10 of Cups, but it's like this super comfy, soft, warm waterbed, and it's so luxurious, and there's like silk sheets, and you're just like wrapped in your embrace of this lover, and it's just like, amazing. And it's very romantic, very passionate. I see you two connecting to each other at a very deep level. So this chemistry is not just physical or sexual. It's also very, very soul level. It's like you see each other's inner children, because that's what I'm seeing in this card here, is this beautiful this beautiful being reaching out to this child, this flower child. So it feels very innocent, very gentle, but also very powerful, passionate, strong, fiery. So it's this really cool kind of balance between those two energies. And that's also what 2 represents. I forgot to mention balance, of course. Okay, let's get some clarifiers from the clarifying deck. I do want to clarify on Free Yourself. So, oh, thank you, Spirit. That was fast. You have the Queen of Pentacles and the 6 of Swords. So this could be about freeing yourself physically, because the Queen of Pentacles is like a very physical, grounded, down-to-earth energy. And it could be about your money or your finances. Like if you're feeling trapped right now or feeling stuck or as though you can't move forward or move away, they're saying get your finances in order or get yourself free from a situation. So like maybe you need to move house, or you need to move jobs, or you need to end a relationship. Maybe something like that needs to happen, because the 6 of Swords is about moving away from something, especially something that was keeping you stuck or making you feel disconnected from yourself or very unhappy. So it's like free yourself. You're a beautiful unicorn. You're not meant to be caged in or fenced in. It's time to take control back of your life. The Queen of Pentacles takes control of her life because she knows that she's the one who, I just heard, is destined to create her reality. Yes. Okay. Let's see what else is coming up for you. So for group number 2, I feel that card. Group number 2. This summer love coming in. And they're just showing me the popsicle image that you chose in my mind. And it's making me think of like, it's cold and hot at the same time. And that's what makes it so luxurious and refreshing. It's like you're super hot. It's like this chemistry, this passion is hot and fiery. But then it's like the popsicle is like melting and cooling you down. And it's sweet and delicious. And like, that's like the energy I get from this person and this relationship. Oh my God, really, Spirit? They're like, yep, just keep going. There's all of these messages are relevant. Okay, now stop. I just go until I get a stop because I know that the messages are going to be important. All right, so you have the 2 of Cups. Beautiful. This is the energy of soulmate connection, mutual, reciprocal energy, loving relationships. Again, I'm seeing passion from this. It feels very... yeah, there's chemistry here for sure. I mean, we have the chemistry card, but even in this card, like, look the way they're looking at each other. They're like, ooh, hey, look at you. You know, very passionate, very sexual energy. Okay, I'll just say that. You've got the 7 of Pentacles. There's frustration here, though. You may need to be patient with this, my friends, because even though there's passion here, there may be some things that need to be physically dealt with. Like there could be some actual material level things that are kind of either standing in your path once this relationship comes in, or it could be, something that you need to do to change the situation. And I just got the message that if you're in a relationship currently, and you're asking about that in regard to this love, they're saying that there's some house cleaning you need to do. And that could be literal, but it could also be like cleaning house in terms of like reconnecting with your partner or rekindling that fire. It's like getting your spark back by moving away from any stress or things in your life that are keeping you stuck. So it's like taking responsibility for yourself and controlling your life is going to help you reconnect with your partner, because your relationship with yourself is a direct reflection of the relationships you have with others. Okay. Now, you also have the 6 of Cups. Yes, this is very much this energy that I was seeing in this card here. What does it say again? Be spontaneous. Yeah. So it's like rekindling the fire by being spontaneous. Maybe it's like you and your partner, if you're in a relationship currently, getting reconnected by going on dates like you used to, or trying out some new things in the bedroom, that kind of thing. And if this is with this new partner who you've never been with before, then I see you really connecting through your inner children. Like you just bond on that level. It's very innocent, very gentle and compassionate. But again, it's like that safety is what creates the stimulation of the chemistry and that passion. So it's safety that allows you to really connect in this way. Really beautiful. You have the Tower card. There is something physical that is standing in the way of this. They're showing me the fence in that Free Yourself card, and then They did mention the Queen of Pentacles, and the Seven of Pentacles is frustration. So it's like there's something physically in your home environment that needs to change. It needs to get out of the way. I still don't know what that is. So let's see what we can find here. You've got the Four of Cups. Could be something that you don't like. It could be, like something in your house that you just don't feel connected to anymore. And it's like energetically, it represents this old version of you, or this like stuckness, and you're needing to like get that out, like make that move away from you, or change it in some way to free yourself. You have the Three of Swords as well. So it could be, it could be stuff related to your ex or to an old version of this relationship. It's like old things that don't resonate anymore, or that are painful, or that remind you of painful pasts. Get rid of it. Like if it's an old sweater, or if it's like an old item that you bought with this other person or something like that, like just get rid of it, throw it out, donate it, whatever you need to do, because it's like a physical representation of this old stuckness. Kind of feels similar to group number 1's energy. If you felt drawn there, go check that out too, because that one was talking about energy healing and cleansing and clearing and releasing of the ex. So this could be something for you as well, but it just feels a lot more physical for you. For them, it was like very much about the energy body. For you, it's like it's something in your actual home that you need to adjust or change, or maybe you just need to do some feng shui, right? Like maybe to get this passion back, or to re-stimulate the chemistry, or to attract this ideal partner, whatever your situation is, like changing something in your house or your home environment to get the energy flowing better could be something that's going to help. You got the Seven of Swords in reverse. Well, I'm happy to see it reversed here. And I think this is the first reversal I've ever gotten from this new deck that I have, because it hasn't been, used all that much because it's new. So the Seven of Swords here in reverse is good, because the Seven of Swords upright is like deception, deceit, lying, stealing, thievery. So in reverse here, it's like you're stopping that from happening 100%. If anything, that may be something that needs to be tossed out, because it's stealing from you energetically. Like, let's say, for example, you have, they keep showing me an example of a mirror. So you may have like a mirror from this old relationship, or a mirror that you just don't like anymore. And maybe it isn't flattering, or you don't see yourself well in that mirror. And the mirror can also represent like that 2 energy. It's like a reflection. And this person that you're in a relationship with, or that you're attracting, could be like a mirror for you. So that's why they're saying get very clear on the reflection that you see, by either getting rid of this mirror or changing the way you see yourself. I'm not sure. But again, because we did have the Tower here, it's making me think of the home, and it's making me think of like getting rid of that, because it could be draining your energy. Or like mirrors can be portals too, by the way, guys. This is kind of going into like some more higher spiritual concepts, but I do Akashic home and property clearing, and sometimes I do find that mirrors can become portals, because they're like reflections, and that's like why there's like that folklore around like Bloody Mary, and like saying Bloody Mary in the mirror and stuff like that. Mirrors are not inherently negative. They can be portals to higher realms as well. They can be portals to connect to your higher self and do like physical reflection and mirror work with yourself, which is super, super positive. And I highly recommend that. So this could be changing your relationship with yourself, and that could create more stability and more energy flow in your physical life and your home. But I do see that there may be a particular mirror that either holds negative energy because it's connected to something negative in your past, or because you looked at yourself in a negative way a lot in that mirror, and you either need to cleanse that mirror, or you need to break it, it's funny, because when I think of breaking a mirror, they're always like 7 years bad luck, but they're actually showing me that breaking the mirror closes the portal. Oh, holy shit. When I moved, and I just broke up with my ex in January, and I was like in such a toxic relationship, and I got out of it. Spirit saved me from it, by the way, because they literally, I didn't want to move out because I loved that house, and I let him move in with me. Sorry, I'm going on a tangent here. If you want to skip ahead, go ahead. But this is relevant to the message that's coming through for you. So essentially what happened was I felt the nudge. My intuition, my higher self was guiding me to get out of the relationship. They were like, you need to start looking for a place. You need to start making moves. And I didn't. I like dug my heels in and got resistant. And so what they ended up doing was having my landlord who owned the house put it on the market, and then it got sold. And the new owners who bought it didn't want tenants in there because they were going to use the basement to build a studio, because that person was like a singer. And I had to move out. And so I found my own place, which is where I am now. And I'm free and I'm happy and I'm so liberated. And it's funny because there was a mirror that was in that house that when I tried to take it to this new place I'm in, it broke in transit. And I was upset about it. But I realize now that it was because it was a portal from that person's energy to me, and it needed to be broken to close that connection. Holy crap. I love doing these readings because I learn a lot. Spirit channels through so much information for you and for me. So so I feel like that mirror may be something that you need to break or clear or get rid of, or just, throw it out. Okay, you have the 5 of Pentacles because it may be connected to lack. Especially because this feels like being trapped in lack, being trapped in like frustration of not having enough or not feeling like you're getting your just desserts. I just heard. Yeah, it's like you're not getting what you need and you're frustrated with that. Because the free yourself and the 5 of Pentacles here is like free yourself from debt, free yourself from lack, free yourself in your environment. Get into the abundance and fertility of this Queen of Pentacles energy, because that's going to really help to get you out of the limitations that some of these things are still kind of leaving imprint-wise on you. All right. You have the 7 of Cups. 7 of Cups. Okay. Let me just see what else you have. The Ace of Cups. Beautiful. I feel like you're going to be getting clear on what you want. You have Death, the Death card. Death in the Tower, it's like this is a major ending that needs to happen, or you need to like let that old version of you or those old things go. That's like a death process in and of itself, because again, they're connected to pain or wounding or lack energy. And the 4 of Swords, you need to rest and heal your body, to meditate so you can grow, or sleep, or just, I'm seeing her being very grateful, like I'm feeling gratitude from her. So that could be something that helps to refill your heart, heal your heart by removing these swords. It's like being grateful for the freedom that you're creating for yourself, or for this connection, however long it takes to come in, or for this renewal of passion and, chemistry within your relationship. Okay, so now let's do fun things. Let's get some... we're going to do the Fireside Story dice, stickers, letters, and then the Astro dice. So let's start with the Fireside Story dice. So if you haven't seen me use these before, they're essentially like little pictographs that help me to channel information or spur on additional insights. Whoops. Okay, so for group number 2, what is going on with this summer love that's coming in, or that they are rekindling? Okay. The first thing that I see here is the vacation block. It's like the beach, going out. It feels very summery, and it's perfect that this came up in the summer loving reading. So I feel like this could be you needing to rest, because we did have the 4 of Swords. So you need to rest, you need to calm down and like reconnect to your healing. I think that's going to be definitely part of it, especially if you've been through like a Tower, 3 of Swords type of energy. Like you do need to do some healing for yourself, take some time off. This could be a way to reconnect with your partner, or if you're single and you're looking, then this could be where you meet someone. This could be where this person comes in. But I'm actually feeling more like it will come as a result of you taking some time off to heal yourself, not necessarily when you're doing the vacation or the resting or whatever it is. It's like it's going to come because the energy that you're prioritizing for yourself alchemizes that connection. They're showing me the I don't know why I just called it a looking glass. Looking glasses are a way of saying mirror. Yeah, that mirror keeps coming up for you. Pay attention to what is being mirrored back to you from around you. Pay very close attention, because that's exactly what the I keep wanting to call it a looking glass. What is it called? Magnifying glass. Thank you. Magnifying glass. So it feels like you're going to be looking really closely. You're going to be seeing more of the details of whatever it was that was confining you or creating lack or restricting or creating some kind of upheaval, like something's out of balance here. And there, again, we have the scissors. These came up in group number 1, and group number 1 was directed to my other reading, which was the clearing karmic ties. And we do a cord cutting ceremony in that reading. If you haven't watched it, go watch it as well, because you guys need to cut something out too. And I think it's connected to that mirror. It's like mirrored energy, or it could be a physical mirror. You have the burger here. And I'm not sure what this is talking about, so let me just see what the context is. Oh. It's like filling yourself up and being satisfied and being happy. So again, this is giving me like gratitude energy. Like, oh, I've got a yummy burger, and he's got his, like, these rosy cheeks to me in this context are looking like he's got his mouth full, like he's full of food, and it's just feeling really good, you know, it's feeling really joyful, and he's feeling gratitude, and it's like his needs are being met, you know. And so I feel like that's what's going to rekindle the fire, is when you start to meet your needs, because it's all a reflection. That's very, very heavily coming through in your reading. Group number 2 is and you are number 2. I forgot 222 and number 2. Oh, yeah. So you guys are all about like the mirroring energy and the reflection. So you need to focus on your own energy, your own healing, your own heart, your home, your body. How you treat you is going to be a direct reflection of the type of relationships you have with other people, like direct reflection. Think of mirror image. Okay. So the clearer you can get with your love for self, the better your love with others is going to be. And from others too, because I see the dog as loyalty. This is always like my symbol for loyalty. I'm also seeing enjoyment here and playfulness and like childlike connection too, because the dog they're showing me a dog like licking, like, because he's so excited, like, yeah, oh, didn't you choose the popsicle? Yeah, like licking the tongue with that. Okay, anyways, I won't go into any sexual innuendos, but yeah, this stress or worry or issue from the past is something that really needs to be addressed here. It's sitting in your heart is what I'm seeing here. And they're reminding me that we did have the 3 of Swords underneath here. So you do need to, you need to heal that, group number 2. Go on a little inner journey. They're showing me like whitewater rapids. Yeah, there's some rocks in your heart that need to be traversed. They need to be gently healed, because the water that flows over the rocks is so healing and smooth and gentle, and it slowly over time it will erode the rocks and help them to be smooth and less jagged. So I feel like the water is like that Ace of Cups energy. Didn't we have Ace of Cups? Yes, we did. Ace of Cups energy that comes in to help to heal the 3 of Swords energy, which is like that heartbreak, loss, pain, grief, and then the fear and the restriction that can come from that. So it's like you're going to be traversing that. Maybe doing some inner healing work would be helpful, but because your energy is so kind of externalized, what I'm seeing for you is a little different from group number 1, where for them, they just kind of need to go inward. What you need to do is actually do this healing work on a more external level. So in the 7D manifesting blueprint, we look at how your soul manifests, and some souls are external souls, which means that when you do healing work, instead of just sitting alone and, being with yourself and having your thoughts kind of do the healing for you, external people or external souls need to actually do external work. So again, this is all about reflection, your outside world. So how can you heal this pain within your heart? By connecting externally with yourself and others and your environment in a different way. Okay. They're showing me the cow, which I think was the first one that came up, if I'm not mistaken. So the cow here is kind of like, he's giving me stability right now, which is not something I usually get from the cow, but for whatever reason, the cow is giving me stability right now. It's like he's got 4 legs. He's very stable. He's very big and bulky. So if you're wanting to create stability within your relationships or within yourself, or within your current or your future relationships, it's like you've got to create it within yourself first. You've got to provide yourself with the milk that you need for life. The eyes here, I think this is related to the message of the magnifying glass, like, and looking glass, like looking in the mirror. So take a look at yourself and how you treat others and how you treat yourself and the things that you do for yourself and others. Those are going to be direct reflections of kind of that pain or that healing. So be mindful of that. You also have the clover. So this does speak of good luck, blessings. I just heard the word providence. Let me look that word up because I know what providence means. It's kind of like destiny, but I just want to see the additional messages because sometimes when we Google the actual definition, it's like more insight will come through. So one sec. So providence is the protective care of God or of nature as a spiritual power. Timely preparation for future eventualities. It was considered a duty to encourage providence. Okay, see, this is why I love Google. And before Google existed, I always had a dictionary close by. Whenever I was reading or doing anything, I would always just be referencing the dictionary because I want to learn what the meaning are of these words. So providence here is like this luck is through spiritual or natural power to help you to heal. And they just showed me it's sitting right next to the fire symbol. So this is like alchemizing energy or like rekindling of the passion because you did have that passion. So rekindling your fire, reigniting your spirit, connecting back with spiritual and divine energy to heal from some upheavals or lack or loss or pain in the past. That's what's going to help you to connect back to your inner child, maybe do some inner child healing. I also have what your inner child needs to hear and what they need you to know reading as well. So I would say check that out if you haven't already. And even if you have, like, see if a different group resonates with you this time, because maybe you need like a new message. I find that happens for me a lot. Like I watch my own readings because I get a lot of value from the messages that come through. Like a lot of them are for me as well. And so I will go back to old readings that I haven't watched in a while and I forget what I said or what they're about. And I'll let spirit or my intuition guide me to what readings I need to hear. And I find that like sometimes I'll go back a couple of weeks later and it will change and I'll pick a different group and it's like a whole new message that applies to me now versus it wouldn't have applied before. So anyway, yeah. Okay. Let's take a look at stickers. Oh, you just have two here. They didn't even really want me to grab any stickers, but I was like, I want stickers. So go away and super cool. I feel like you are going to be really cool about your ability, cool-headed or cool-minded about your ability to see something more clearly that you want to go away. Because again, it's like the reflection or the looking glass energies coming up. It's like being able to see something clearly. You need to see yourself clearly, and that's going to help you see this situation clearly or rekindle this passion or heal this issue. It could be coming from the inner child as well. So it could be pain that you had in childhood. All right, so now let's get some letters. So these are just a fun way to see if there's additional like words, messages, names, initials, something like that. Okay, so for group number 2. Okay. I'm seeing the word dote right away. That was fast. So dote is like to provide for. So dote on yourself. Again, it's like external action is going to help you to heal internally, group number 2. So make yourself a priority here, dote on yourself and allow other people to dote on you too. Like if you're dating or if you're in a relationship right now, let your partner dote on you. Let them know what you need as well. Like maybe you do need to communicate this because then you can have a better relationship through that communication. Because I'm seeing the word we. I'm seeing the word we were. So you might be holding on to, again, something from the past that needs to be let go of. I'm seeing the word hein, like with an E on the end. I don't know if that's like a name or when I don't know what hein is. Okay. I'm also seeing rin. That could be a name as well. Finn. We got all these different names coming up. CR, that could be initials of somebody. Also, feel free to look for your own too, like make your own connections. These readings can always be open to your interpretation, or they should be open to your interpretation, because that's how you find the messages that resonate with you. I'm seeing Terre, which makes me think of like Terra, like the earth. Dow makes me think of like investments, like the Dow Jones, for whatever reason, like the stock market. You did have money being a thing here. So it's like you need to have the stability through the money to be able to take care of and free yourself in some way. But you may have been stuck in that lack energy, and it could be a wound from childhood, or it could be a wound from a past relationship. Like maybe you went through a divorce or something that, or a breakup that really like financially taxed you and left you feeling depleted. And you're kind of needing to get your fire back, to bring that luck back through alignment, to feed yourself, nourish yourself, dote on yourself, see yourself clearly, prioritize your needs, cut out any crap that doesn't work for you anymore, to create that stability, be loyal to yourself, do this inner work in a very external way through your actions, get grounded. Yeah, okay. I'm seeing chin. Chin up, buttercup. Because I saw my chin, and then this almost looked like a buttercup flower. Oh, and that also reminds me of when I was a kid on the playground. We would always pick buttercups, and the game was like, if you shine it underneath the person's chin and it glows gold, then they're going to be married and they're going to be happy forever, or something like that. Or they're going to, they're going to have their ideal partner. Little girls, we do these things. So I feel like this is something about this ideal partner, and it's like you are blessed to have this. You are lucky. There is providence at work here. There's spiritual power and the spiritual nature or law of nature that's at work within this situation. But you just need to kind of create stability within yourself to make that work for you, or to work with fate, is kind of what I'm seeing. Yeah, they just keep showing me the were again, like we were something, or there was something in the past, or we are could be like if there's an apostrophe here, we are. Maybe it's like reconnecting to the larger we. And they keep bringing me back to dote, like we are. Yeah, okay. I just got the word Fran here, or the name Fran. Oops, that could be your name or the name of someone important. Seeing the word, oops, sorry. I just keep bumping those ones over. I'm seeing the word hire. So you might need to hire someone. Maybe you need to hire a lawyer and their name is Fran. I don't know. Or hire somebody who works in like the investment industry to get your finances back on track so that you can feel more stable, to be able to enjoy the luxuries of life and to have this spontaneity come back. So, you have the money to just be like, you know what, let's go on a trip, or something like that. Trend. I'm seeing the word trend here. So pay attention to patterns as well. They did with the magnifying glass, that can be like looking at things more closely, like a detective looking for the clues. So notice any trends in your past patterns, or look for trends in the stock market. I don't know why you're getting like a lot of financial advice coming in your love reading. Maybe this is something that is affected. It's affecting your love life. If you don't have money, you're not like able to focus on your stability in love or something like that. Okay. Oh, we have the word war. So you have a lot of past tense stuff. So it's like that mirror, like what are you seeing in the mirror? And I think you may be seeing a past version of yourself in the mirror, and you kind of need to clear that out or do some healing there so you can see yourself more clearly now. Or maybe you're comparing to things that happened in the past, like who you used to be, or who your partner or who your old exes like used to be. So focusing on the past can be something that's kind of holding you back, or it's time to free yourself from that. I'm seeing the word hitch here. And the first thing that's popping to mind is like the movie Hitch with Will Smith and Eva. Is it Eva Longoria? I can't remember. But anyway, it's like this kind of like setup movie where he's like somebody who they hire him, and you did have the word hire too. They hire him to like teach them how to be better with women, or how to like get the dream girl or something like that. So I feel like somebody's interested in you, somebody's passionate about you. There's chemistry here, and they want to be able to connect with you if they're not already. And this could also be about you getting hitched, like getting married. The buttercup and like the happily ever after thing was talking about that as well. I'm seeing the word friend here, even though we don't have, oh, we do have an I. F-R-I-E-N-D, yeah. Sometimes I have to like, it's like muscle memory for me to know how to spell things. Yeah. Anyway, this could be through a friend, or this could be with your friend who is also your lover. Like, you know, saying like, oh, my partner's my best friend, or it could be somebody who will become your best friend, or you'll meet through a friend. Could be something that you wore that day or over the summer that attracts their attention, or, yeah. They're giving me the word or, and since we did have the paddle here, which is an oar in the canoe block, I feel like there's something to do with like moving yourself forward, directing yourself. This could be literal too, like maybe you go on a camping trip, or you go canoeing or kayaking or something with a friend, and you meet this person there, or maybe you're doing this with your partner and you're just reconnecting and bonding through this shared mutual experience. It's like maybe you do it really spontaneously and it rekindles something within you because it's something you like to do as a kid, or yeah, it's like it needs to be very healing, and you're doing it like in a vacation type of way where you're spending time doing something you love, that you enjoy it. It's like nostalgic because they're bringing you back to the Six of Cups. It just feels like very nostalgic. Oh, yeah, tore. There was things that were torn in the past. Your heart is still pretty hurt here, group number 2. So if you're single right now, I would just dedicate some time to taking care of yourself. Like start dating yourself is basically what I'm seeing. Take yourself out on spontaneous dates, rekindle your chemistry and passion for yourself. Like clear and cleanse that mirror, and then either buy a new mirror that you love, or dedicate a lot of loving energy to yourself through the mirror, because you can open up that positive portal to your higher expression and have this relationship with yourself by visually connecting in this way. I feel like you're a very external person, so doing that external work is going to help you to alchemize and clear this. All right. Okay, so that's all I'm seeing there. So now let's get your astro dice. Right, so they're reminding me of what we did for group 1. So we're going to roll once to get a zodiac sign to see if this could be the sign of your potential partner, or of your current partner, or maybe of yourself, and what that means, and then we'll get all of them together. So for group number 2, you have Sagittarius. So this could be to do with travel. We did have like this canoe here talking about travel. Sagittarius, I'm also feeling optimism from this. So it's kind of like changing, from this negative viewpoint to more rose-colored glasses by caring for yourself, doting on yourself, and that helps you see things more clearly. Your reflection becomes a higher or more, I just heard opportunistic or opportunity. Yeah, so seeing yourself more clearly through the eyes of love, like it's not a delusion. It's rose-colored glasses are a tool. As long as you're not using it as escapism, then it's highly effective at alchemizing the opportunities in your life that will match that frequency, because everything is a mirror of what you're embodying. But you have to actually embody it, not just delude yourself into thinking it's true. You've got to walk the walk, and that's why I'm seeing your energy here being very much about your externalization of that, which is the embodiment process. It's living it. All right, so for group number 2, what else do they need to know? Any final closing messages from the astro dice? Okay, you have Neptune in Taurus in the 6th house. Okay, so Neptune is very, I'm getting like deep emotional energy from Neptune here. And unexpected. It's like from the watery depths is what I'm feeling. And then Taurus is very grounded and practical and like concerned with luxury and money. And you do have a lot of like money energy in your reading here. The 6th house is to do with your daily routine. So it's how you're treating yourself. It's your habits. It's your food, your diet, your activity levels. It's your job. It's money. Like, yeah, okay. So this is very much connected to your current relationship dynamic or the alchemization of this new love in the summer months and onward. So be very intentional, group number 2, about what you're doing for yourself on a daily basis, and prioritize doting on yourself, feeding yourself well, taking yourself on dates, being active, doing things that you love, rekindling that heart, that passion, that fire, that connection to life. And that's also going to help you to create more financial freedom and stability too, because you are focusing on that high vibration and you're embodying that. And as long as you're not doing it from an escapist energy, then it's going to manifest and reflect back to you more abundance. Okay. So that's what I'm seeing for you, group number 2. I hope that this reading resonated and supported you in some way, or was, at the very least entertaining. So thank you for being here. If you do want to work with me one-on-one, I am currently still accepting one-on-one client work and private sessions and readings. You can find the information through my website, which is linked below. And I will see you in the next reading. Bye, guys. All right. Hi, group number 3. If you chose this pink heart with the gold outline and this pile, then this is going to be your summer lovin' reading. So let's go ahead and take a look at the cards that you have. I'm going to leave the tarot to the side. We'll start with the oracle and then we'll pull clarifiers, and also we'll do stickers, blocks, and letters as well. So you have empowerment. You also have fresh approach. All right. You have getting to know each other. As you reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bond deepens. So this does feel like it could be a new person that you are interacting with or getting to know in the summer months. And it's requiring a fresh approach from you, maybe one that's more empowered. Let's keep going. Yeah, new love, a new person has stirred your romantic feelings. That's what I was getting from the cards here. So this is most likely new love and trust. This situation is calling for you to have faith. Yes, that may be the fresh approach, right? You need to trust. You need to believe in your own empowerment to be able to enter into this new relationship and get to know each other in a way that feels confident is the energy that I'm getting, like confident in yourself, confident in this person, or just confident in your ability to be yourself no matter what that other person thinks or like presents themselves as. Okay, let's take a look at your tarot. You have 2 of Blossoms. I think this is the 2 of Cups. Pretty sure it is. You have the 10 of Nuggets, which is the 10 of Pentacles. This is massive energy, you guys. This is huge. And they're showing me the word bond. Bond deepens, especially with the 10 of Pentacles. This is like it could be a lifelong bond or a familial type of bond. Just feels like soul family is what I'm getting. You also have the Prince of Nuggets. So this person may be a Capricorn, Virgo, or Taurus. They could have earth sign energy or present as if they do, meaning that they're very practical. They could be very business minded, focusing a lot on like their goals, their achievements, their money. They could be the type of person who likes to plan things, like they want to make sure that they've got sort of things set up. They may not be quite so spontaneous. It's like they're just more of like the regimented type of person, and they like to be organized is what I'm getting from them. And this new love for you, it does feel like it's rekindling something from within you, because for whatever reason they showed me this knight's helmet, but when I was looking at it, it looked like a flame, like a candle flame. So it does feel like it's rekindling something for you, and it's going to reawaken this inner empowerment. It's like you're coming back into your own energy after a time of chaos or strife, because they're showing me in this card the boats that are in like this very rocky water and there's like a storm, but she's looking in the direction where there's lots of like peaceful, tranquil, there's butterflies, there's the sun rising, there's rainbows. So it's like you're turning your back to old struggles, strife, distrust, negative relationships, and you're taking this fresh, empowered approach into this new territory or new creation that you're manifesting through this relationship. But I feel it really like it's coming through your own energy, and then this relationship is just kind of like a mirror for that. From the Two of Blossoms here, the Two of Cups, this is a soulmate connection. This is soul family is what I'm getting from this person. So whether this is romantic love or platonic love, I feel like it's going to be very familiar. Like you just have a sense that you know this person, you've known this person before. They unlock something for you is what I also just received. Like they're going to unlock something or open up your world in some way. So maybe this is the fresh approach that they help to bring out of you, or this kindling of the flame that they were showing us over here. So this person, for whatever reason, they could maybe expand. They're showing me the bird in this card, and it kind of looks like an airplane to me. So they could, and they're showing me the ship as well. Yeah, so this could have to do with travel. This person could make you want to travel the world. They could inspire you, or they could help you to do that in some way. Like maybe because they're such a planner and you kind of hit it off with them, and you end up, having this sort of longer term relationship, or even just having this sense of familiarity. And so you trust them, and they're like, hey, I'm going here in a couple of months. Do you want to come with me? And then you start planning it and you go on a trip, that kind of thing. So it feels like this is requiring you to have trust. It is requiring you to take a fresh approach where you're in your power, embracing this process of getting to know this other person in context with you knowing and loving yourself and feeling passionately about what you desire. So let's grab some clarifiers from the Rainbow Tarot. So for group number 3, what else do they need to know here in regard to this new summer love potential that is coming in? I see this card. I feel these 3 and this one, or these 2. Okay. All right, so let's see what you have here. The Seven of Pentacles reversed. So the Seven of Pentacles in the upright position gives me like frustration and impatience energies from this card particularly, but because it's coming out reversed, I feel like this is the trust that you're cultivating. It's the fresh approach that you're taking deliberately is what I just heard. Deliberately. You are being deliberately patient with this because maybe in the past you haven't been, and that didn't work for you. And so maybe this person is also very patient, very loyal, very steady is what I get from them. And so they're willing to kind of take their time, and that helps you to have trust as well. Ooh, yeah, that's beautiful. You also have the Ace of Cups reversed. This makes me feel like there was some upheaval in your heart a while ago, maybe with some previous loves, and maybe that's why this is something that needs to be rekindled. They did show me that fire type of energy on the helmet, and the helmet is armor. Armor is about like protection. So I feel like you may have a hard time trusting other people because you've had some pretty difficult or challenging relationships in the past, which stemmed from a challenging relationship you had with yourself. But this person, in getting to know them slowly, methodically, and building that trust, this feels like it's a fresh approach. Like maybe in the past you dove headfirst into relationships and then you didn't look for rocks, because what they're showing me is somebody quite literally like diving off of a dock and not looking to see how deep the water is or whether there's like obstructions in it, and you get hurt, right? You get really hurt. And then you start to question yourself and your own ability to discern or to take these actions, and that can lead to self-trust issues is what I want to say. So taking this slowly is the fresh approach that I'm seeing here. It's like very gradually getting to know each other over a period of time. And it may be a long period of time, especially since getting to know each other is right on top of the 10 of Nuggets. Pentacles are the slowest moving energies in the tarot. And 10 is the longest period of time. So this may be somebody that you get to know over a long period of time, and it helps you to trust them, and it helps you to trust yourself again as well. You have the Ace of Swords, 2 aces reversed here. This is a new beginning, but it just feels very internal. It feels like it's definitely a fresh approach in regard to your internal world and how that relates to this relationship or to this other person. You have the 2 of Swords as well, reversed. So I'm beginning to think that I grabbed the deck upside down, but everything happens for a reason, right? So the 2 of Swords reversed here is your ability to discern. I just heard the word discern very loudly, and being patient again is coming up with this 2 of Swords reversed, like you're able to go inward and just calm yourself down and take very slow, steady action, but at the same time, you're rekindling a fire. So it's like a very balanced energy where you're taking this new rekindling of the flame of passion in step with patience and due diligence is another phrase that I heard actually earlier on. I think it was with the Ace of Swords. I heard due diligence, but they're bringing it back again for the 2 of Swords. Whenever they do that, it's a particularly important message because they repeat it until I say it. You also have the Hanged Man in reverse. That's probably why I grabbed this deck upside down, was because in the upright position, this is feeling stuck, stagnant, or pausing for a moment, either by your own will or against it, but ultimately it brings you a sense of clarity and new consciousness. And so in the reverse position, I see this as you seeing things from that point of patience and being able to acquire very quickly. Again, that's the rekindling of the flame. Like it's very fast, your ability to like see this for what it is, or to like trust the patience that this will require. Yeah, because I just see you very like content with going slow is what this energy feels like. You're content with going slow. Whereas in the upright position, the Hanged Man might be a little frustrated and he might be a little restless, or he might feel like he's being tortured or something. But in this position, you're like, I'm okay with this. I want this to go slow. Maybe this is the fresh approach. Like I was saying, instead of diving head first, you're like, I'm going to take things slowly and see how that goes. You also have, the High Priestess, La Papesse. Okay, so the reversed High Priestess here is giving me, again, very internal vibes. Like you're focusing so much on how you feel and what your intuition is telling you. You're living, I just heard by the book, which is not something that I ever get from the High Priestess, but she is holding a book in her hand is what they're showing me. And usually it's a scroll in the traditional tarot, but in this deck, it's a book. Okay, so now I am starting to put the pieces together here. So they're talking about doing it by the book, doing it the right way, taking your time with it, making sure that you're doing your due diligence. You're not skipping ahead and trying to get to a later stage of the relationship sooner than it is healthy. Yeah. So taking your time, trusting your intuition, going inward, that's the empowerment that I'm seeing here. And they're drawing my attention to the stars on every single one of these cards. And the fact that they're all coming out reverse puts the star on top. And so this is making me think of like your inner star, your inner guidance system, even your higher self, especially with the High Priestess. It's you connecting with your higher self and being able to move through this relationship with that inner trust and peace, knowing that what's meant to be will be. And so you have all the time in the world. You're not rushing anymore because, this is a big message coming through. In the past, you may have rushed into these new relationships and dove head first without looking because at soul level, you knew that those people were temporary in your life. And in combination with that, you were disconnected from yourself and you were seeking love and validation externally. And so those two combined into this sort of reckless type of, or not reckless, but just a little too fast type of, diving into relationships and then getting hurt. This time, this fresh approach is you at soul level being so connected and empowered within yourself that you can feel. And at soul level, that what is for you will be for you. It is inevitable. And so you don't have to rush. You don't have to fear. And you can trust this because you know that it's going to work out, whether it's with this person or someone else. It's going to be there when it's ready and when you're ready. And I can, if it is with this actual person that this reading is tapping into, this very grounded, maybe earth sign energy individual, I do get the sense that because this is soul family that's meant to last, your soul feels that. And because of that, you're not rushing, because you're like, we've got the rest of our lives. So like, let's take things slow. Let's do this right. Ooh. I got big spiritual tingles there. You have the Four of Pentacles. Exactly. Four of Pentacles is all about going slow, building a foundation, stability. It can be about attachment and holding on to things, but I feel like in this context of the reading and the energy that I'm getting from all of these other cards, it's like, no, it's really just about you in a very balanced way, creating this stability, this firm foundation for the future. It's like an investment, right? And you're not just dumping all this energy or money into it in the very beginning stages when you don't even know what this investment will yield. It's like you're doing it very practically, very responsibly. That's the word, responsible. You're being very responsible. And we have another 4 here. So 2 4s framing these 2 aces. I love that. And the 4 of Cups here is talking about you feeling satisfied in a position of patience, which normally in the past you may not have been, right? Maybe before you would have become very dissatisfied or bored very quickly, or felt like something was missing or lacking because there wasn't this intensity or there wasn't this speed or this like really quick bonding because you were trying to get those internal needs met. But now that you've met those needs for yourself, you don't need to rush into this because you can provide that for yourself. So you're not like a starving person trying to gobble up all the food on the table. You're like, I can feed myself consistently and sustain that, and I trust that. So I'm just going to nibble. I'm going to nibble on, I'm going to try things out and see what I like. That's what I feel from this these 2 4s, and that's what's creating such strong, stable foundations. So now let's go ahead and get some fun things here with the other. There we go. So we're going to do the Fireside Story dice first, then stickers, and then we'll get some letters as well. So if you haven't seen me use these before, they're like little pictograph blocks that help me to kind of tune into the energy and channel information. All things, all tarot and oracle and blocks and letters are all just prompts for the intuition. So for group number 3, in regard to this summer love or this new romantic relationship coming in, what do they need to know? Okay, the first thing I saw was the plane, and we did have that symbol coming up in the Page of Pentacles energy as well. So this person might be a world traveler, or they might be from a different place than you. They could be somebody who inspires you to travel because they're showing me the flame, and we did have that come up in the new love card. So it's like they rekindle your passion for something in some way, whether it's for love or for travel or for business. I don't know. They just rekindle you in some way. I'm seeing the speaking block, and it did come out kind of on top of these 2 here, which is like the very happy. Like they're very, very happy. So I think you're going to really enjoy talking to this person. They're going to be very well-spoken, or you just have very engaging conversations together. I just get a sense of like, you really enjoy what they have to say, and they receive what you have to say well, because I see you talking and them being like, oh wow, and then being like, ooh, you like, who is this person? They're fantastic. So like they get really excited and like they fall in love with you based on what you're saying and like who you are, like getting to know your personality. Yeah, so getting to know each other. You're really just in that kind of talking stage where you are discovering who each other are. They're drawing my attention to the vacation block. It's like the sand and the beach and the sun, you're really just enjoying. Again, this makes me think of travel. So this could be a tropical location that you guys end up going together eventually. But it does also speak to me of like relaxing, slowing down, taking things slow. Because when you're on vacation, especially like a relaxing type of vacation, you're not just going to be running around all over the place. Like you're there to chill out. So that's kind of the sense that I get, is that this is the internal energy that you're tapping into, is like you're just very relaxed. You're approaching it very slowly, because again, they're showing me The star in this card, like the sun in the background, is like that star that we were seeing here. And it just feels like you're very connected to your higher self and to your destiny, because the star can also make me think of the North Node, which is like the North Star or the destiny that calls us forward. So it's like, you know what is destined for you and you're not worried about it. Like you're trusting in a way that maybe you never have before. They're drawing my attention to the ghost. Maybe the distrust came from people. I'm getting two messages here. Number one is like ghosting, like somebody who just abruptly cuts you off without explanation, or who just like stops giving you attention or energy. It's like feeling very abandoned. So you may have had abandonment wounds, especially with that Ace of Cups in reverse and that diving in too quickly into relationships. That could have been because of an insecure attachment caused by an abandonment wound. The other message that I'm getting from the ghost here is about like haunting. So if something haunts you, it hangs around even when you don't want it to. So I feel like this past energy that was haunting you is being moved away from, because you're coming back into your own state of empowerment and you're cutting that out. So all three of the readings now are mentioning the other reading that I did, Cutting Karmic Ties. If you haven't watched that, I do recommend it. And if you have watched it, maybe you'll be drawn to a different group this time, and there's different messages there for you, because they're showing the scissors, which is the images that I used on the cover for that reading. And we do a cord cutting ritual at the end of that reading as well. So there's information that comes through, and then we do the ritual to help you to release any of this old haunting energy that is no longer aligned with this new phase, this new approach, this new person, this new version of you. Really, it's like it's no longer aligned with your blueprint of the empowered you, and so it's ready to be released, which is what cutting represents, right? You're just releasing, detaching from. The I don't know why I almost said the moo cow. The moo cow. The cow here is making me think of stability. It's like that 4 legs that are very stable, strong, grounded, down to earth. This also makes me think of Taurus. Taurus is a bull. It's making me think of Taurus energy again. So this person might be a Taurus, or they might have Taurus very prominently in their natal chart, and that might show up in their personality in a pretty big way, like through being very stable, very grounded. They like food, they like money, they like stability, they like luxury, they like to plan, they like to have a sense of stability, and they like the simple pleasures of life too. Like even if it's not luxury, it's like they like the simple pleasures. But because this person likes traveling, I think they might like luxury too. Okay, let's see what else. They are drawing me to, they kind of had me torn between these two. I was like, this one or this one? And they're like, I don't know, kind of both. So maybe these are meant to be read together. The canoe, let me just kind of tune into this one because I'm not getting a message right away. So 1 second here. Oh, okay. That's why these are meant to be read together. So the veggies and the canoe are like you're moving toward healthy choices. You are actively very much determining your reality by moving toward these healthy choices for yourself. This could be physically with your food choices, but I think that in the context of this love reading, it's very much related to how you're approaching romantic situations. You are much better able to make healthy choices and to do that deliberately, because they're showing me the oar, which is like you steer, you direct, and you push yourself forward very intentionally, very deliberately. And you're using momentum as well to help you do that. So I do get the sense that like your higher self and the current of energy is already pushing you in that direction, but you're involved as well. So it's like a meeting of these two energies of like the higher will and the personal will. And that's what's really creating this alignment. It just feels very aligned. And that's what allows you to trust and have patience with this whole process unfolding before you. I'm getting the fall time with this card. So I think there was one other deck or one other reading that had the fall come up as well. I can't remember which one it was. So maybe if you felt called to another deck, just intuitively choose and see if you get that message of the fall as well. But the leaves here are making me think of like autumn. So this could be the end of summer, that something significant happens in regard to this new love or this relationship that blossoms or develops over the summer. It feels like it could be related to travel, like maybe you discuss travel plans in the summer and then in the fall you're traveling or you're going somewhere together. It could start out as a road trip, and then it could because it goes well, maybe later you're planning to do some kind of like plane travel, you know, like going to a different country or something like that. All right, let's look at some stickers. Yes. And these ones. Okay. You have the diamond. And the diamond here is making me think of clarity of thought. And we did have the Ace of Swords underneath there, and the High Priestess reversed, which can be about clarity of thought, because in the upright, sometimes she hides knowledge behind the veil. So I think like you're going to have very, very clear mental faculties, is what I just heard. Mental faculties that are going to help you to make decisive decisions. Help you to make decisions more confidently, is what I want to say. You also have oh my God and oh yeah. So I feel like these are meant to be read together because they did come out kind of stuck as one. So oh yeah and oh my God, this just feels like to me that you're very excited. If I can hold those without it just feels like you're very excited and you are looking forward to things, is what I'm seeing. Is like you might be planning something with this person, or they're planning something and letting you know and kind of asking you, do you want to come? And you're just kind of, it's funny because I just almost like spun that in a circle, and it's kind of like you're spinning around in joy, is what I'm feeling. You're just like, oh yeah, this is amazing. I can't believe, and it's almost like you're trying to get all angles of it, because the diamond is making me think of like the different angles or fractals. And then what I was also seeing in my mind's eye is like, you know, when in certain bathrooms, I remember in like the 80s, 90s, 2000s, they had bathrooms that had like mirrors on front and mirrors on the back. And so you'd get like this infinite stretch of reflection. That's kind of what I'm seeing here. It's like infinite fractals reflecting back upon themselves. So this person might be like a direct reflection of you, like your two mirrors mirroring each other. And so you unlock this infinity. Whoa, really cool. And it's like this diamond consciousness. And that came up in another reading, I think, as well. I can't remember which one. So again, use your intuition to choose. But it's like this very, very, because they're showing me on the side of this block, there's a turtle. So it feels like the diamond consciousness is very strong, very protected, very stable. And it's connected to God. It's God consciousness. It's Christ consciousness. It's crystallized consciousness. It's very, very high vibrational. And so it gives you this very clear vision of each other and of yourselves, because it's like two mirrors mirroring. And it's like, what is the truth of that? Because they're both like they're both mirroring each other, but they're both very clear. So it's like anything that comes in the way, you both can like spot it right away, because you're like, well, that's not me and that's not me. So you can really start to see very clearly what is and is not you or that other person. Yeah, so clarity is what I get here. All right, let's get some letters. Maybe we'll get names or places. I don't know. Let's take a look. So for group number 3, oh, it's so funny. The first thing I'm seeing is row here, like in the rowboat, like row your boat gently down the stream. Merrily, 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 life is but a dream. Feels like you are doing this very joyfully, like merrily, very gently. You're doing it softly, moving towards this healthy, patient flow. You're not rushing, is what I'm getting. Like you're gently rowing down the stream. Beautiful. I also saw the word road, and I know that it's not spelled correctly. Obviously, there's supposed to be an A there, not an E on the end, but for whatever reason, I'm getting that here as like this could be somebody that you have to travel to go see, because they are showing me on the side of this block. There's a car. So you may have to commute to see this person. They could be at a distance from you. We did also get that message of road trip, so you might be going on a road trip. Okay, let's see what else. Oh, I'm seeing code. This is, oh, wow. Yes, this is a very high level, and rod as well. Okay. IE. Okay. So many messages coming in quick here. So code is like unlocking Christ consciousness codes is what I'm hearing. So again, it's like the very clear mirroring from one to the other. It's like it unlocks this higher expanded awareness of self. And because you're doing it very in an empowered, aligned way, and you're taking your time and you're trusting in the divine and in your higher self to guide you through this relationship, I just get the sense that it unlocks codes within you. Either this person unlocks codes within you, you unlock within them, or you both get mutually activated in this relationship connection. The rod speaks of activation as well. So it's like the vital force energy becoming activated. We did see that with the flame as well. So it's like the rod with flame makes me think of Kundalini. It makes me think of, again, like Christ consciousness codes. And that's not like to do with religion. Christ just means like unity consciousness. So unity consciousness codes that you're unlocking with this individual. So this is a pretty high level relationship is what I would say. It's definitely soul family. It's definitely somebody who you go way back with at soul level. And that's why you've kind of contracted to come together in this lifetime in this way to activate and to initiate, I just heard as well. And then the IE makes me think of, IE like stands for in essence. So in essence, it's like it's activating you in your essence. It's bringing you back to your clarity of self. It's clarifying any distortions in your field through these codes, through these activations. It's clearing out any karma because they just brought my eye line back to the ghost and the cutting or the scissors. So it's activating. Oh, I just heard heaven codes. It's like you're on a permanent vacation now when you're with this person, and it activates that within your field as well. So you're able to really, really do some significant healing, and also to take things very gently, very slowly, because you're trusting in the divine path, the divine order, your divine self. And it's so peaceful. It's like a vacation 24/7. Wow. Oh my God. I don't want to keep going. Like, I don't want to look for more, because I think that was the entire message. I am starting to get a feeling of completion. So I think that is everything. Let me just double check. Oh, I'm seeing ode, like ode to joy. That's what that makes me think of. What is ode to joy? Oh, come all ye faithful, joyful and triumphant. Oh, come ye to Bethlehem. Yes, this is definitely Christ consciousness codes. It feels, and I got the shivers from myself. But the masculine and feminine, it feels very divine masculine, divine feminine, like Mother Mary, or not Mother Mary, Mary and Joseph, or Mary and Jesus, Yeshua. So it feels very much like divine feminine, divine masculine, and that's the codes that it unlocks. Wow. I also was getting the word die here. So it does feel like this may have been somebody who you lived in a past life with, and you have gone through those death processes many times together. So it's like that, again, it's 10 of Pentacles energy there. You've lived long lives together, and you stay together until you die, either in this lifetime or in past lifetimes. So there's like a great sense of connection, familiarity, commitment. It's very like the essence, because they told me, take it away, look at the essence again. The essence of your connection is very, very pure. I am getting the word erode. It's like gentle flowing water eroding rock. And rock was what was obstructing or standing in the way. And so in your gentle, natural flow, group number 3, you have really eroded away all of the distortions and all of the pain, the suffering, the lack, the attachments, the restrictions, all of that from the past. You've eroded it with your gentle trust, your gentle flow, your natural grace is what I'm hearing. And so because of that, you are now able to become the one the I am, and that I am, that high priestess energy, that higher self embodiment, is that fractalized consciousness coming back into unity of that Christ consciousness, which has activated this divine partner, or this person who you're coded to be with. It's like you are meant to be with this person. You're an energetic match. Doc, they could be a doctor or somebody very practical. They could have a lot of wisdom about health. Maybe that's another reason we got the veggies here. They may have been a doctor in a past life as well. So that could be something that they don't do now, but they have familiarity with, or they could work with a doctor. Like maybe they work in a field that they have to consult doctors regularly, or something to do with doctors there. Okay. Seeing the word ride, and this makes me think of like the ride of a lifetime. That's what I just heard. The ride of a lifetime. And I think I actually just used that exact phrase in my outro video for To Kitty and Beyond. If you're not familiar, I used to have a tarot channel called, it started out as tarot and then it became other things, but it was To Kitty and Beyond. And that was where I made all of my videos for like the last 6-7 years. And this new tarot channel, Tarot and Beyond, is where I've been called to move all my energy and focus. And it's like they told me this is going to be the ride of a lifetime. So thank you for being here and being here for the ride of a lifetime. But I also see that this is going to be this relationship, or this summer is going to be like the ride of a lifetime for you again, because there may be a lot of travel and movement and change and peace and clarity. It feels like a vacation. Like you might be doing a lot and then resting and just enjoying. And it's like, it's very peaceful, but at the same time you're getting a lot of stimulation, or you're in a new place, so it does feel very like active in that sense. That's what I get here. Yeah. I'm also hearing hold on for the ride. Now, I don't think that it's going to be aggressive in any way or like jarring, but I do feel like because these codes are being activated, that's another reason why they're saying take it slow, because the ride, if you try to go too fast, may be bumpy. So you've just got to really kind of slow it down and be patient and trust. And then it will be very natural, very flowing, and very, very peaceful and divine. Absolutely divine. Okay, so now I'm getting the full sense of completion. So that is the end of your reading. I almost forgot that in the other 2 readings, we also used the astro dice. So I didn't want to like leave you guys out for that. And what I did do last time was I used the zodiac sign part of the astro dice to see what possible zodiac sign this person could be, or what energy they might bring. And then we'll get all 3 together to see what the messages are. So for group number 3, what zodiac sign is this person, this new love, or this potential partner? You have Libra. Yeah, Libra. So Libra is very balanced. It's very much about relationships. It just feels like very, very, I'm getting justice from this energy as well. So it does feel like there's something that is being balanced out. This could be like to do with that karma and the cutting as well. It's like this is a new version of a contract where it's no longer in the negative sense. It's going to be like a positive, supportive bond that helps to activate these divine codes within you. Okay, so let's get what else. So for group number 3, sorry if that's loud. You have Venus in Virgo in the 10th house. So Virgo showing up here. I had a feeling that earth sign energy was going to be coming out of the astro dice at some point. The 10th house is to do with career. It's to do with your public image, your notoriety, your life purpose. And we did see that with the star there. So this is definitely indirectly related to your life purpose in some way, or it could be connected to your career as well. Maybe this person is someone you meet through your work, or it could be somebody who ends up helping you to evolve in your career in some way. Venus is love, and we did have Libra, which is also ruled by Venus. So Venus is love, relationships, romance, luxury, money as well. So this person could be very money or financially savvy. They could have connections for you, or codes or information that you need. This could even be like literal coding, you know what I mean? Like maybe they are good with computers and they help you to organize your website or something like that, or like build a website or do something within your work environment. But it's very beautiful, very loving, very gentle, very reciprocal is the energy that I get from this person and from you. So I think that's everything. Group number 3, thank you so much. I'm glad that I was able to remember this and jump back in before I put everything away, because they kind of prompted me and were like, hey, what about the astro dice? Leave this out. Because I went to go put it away and they're like, leave it out. And I was like, why? That's why. So thank you guys. I love you, and we'll see you next reading. Bye.